Hello YouTubers and welcome back to the Fox Shop. Today we're going to be working on my green and white truck and putting a new starter in. It's been kind of acting up ever since I got the the restoration done on it. And I figured it was just from sitting for so long. It's had kind of a dead spot in it, and it's been getting worse. The other day I didn't know if it was going to start. It turned over pretty slow. But then I go and start it again and it cranks right over. But it seems like if you get it just in one spot, it doesn't want to start very good. And it's pretty old. I'm sure sitting for a year or so didn't help too much, not getting used very much. So it's time to put a new starter in it. The good thing is when I buy parts, I try to always buy the lifetime warranty parts. So I've got about as good a warranty on this truck as a new truck. Maybe not quite, but I have a lot of parts that are lifetime warranty, and the starter happens to be one of them. So I should be able to remove said starter, go to the parts store, exchange it, and put a new one in. It's not going to cost me anything. And I actually got this starter from O'Reilly's back in 2007, and they really need a better setup on their computer lookup system. I didn't have my old phone number, didn't have the receipt. I figured I bought it from O'Reilly's. That's where I typically buy my parts from. And so the lady that worked there, she was nice enough. We started at 2010. I knew what store I probably bought it at, which was a different store. So we looked up their store number, and we went back month by month looking up what we thought was the part number for said starter, until we finally hit in, I believe it was August, I think, of 2007, my name came up. She printed that ticket off for me, and I can go to any O'Reilly's and take the starter that's on the truck and exchange it for a new one. So on that aspect, I give her and O'Reilly's a thumbs up on that. She didn't have to take the time to do it, but she did. So that turned out good. So I'm going to crawl underneath this and have a look-see on what I need. I believe there's only 2, maybe 3 bolts that hold it in, and then a couple of wires, and that's all there is to it. Might be stuck on there, need a little wiggle to get her off, but shouldn't be too bad of a job. Then I'm gonna head to the parts store and get me a starter. So I'm gonna get kind of set up and get underneath the truck, and I'll show you what we're looking at here in a second. Okay, one thing you should do before starting this whole ordeal: disconnect your battery. When I do a starter, I like to disconnect both the positive and negative. I know a lot of people say just disconnect the negative, but you've got positive going to your starter too. I take them both off. It's a good time to clean them up and everything. But anyway, so I got that done. The bolts, I'll show you here in a second. I gotta, let's see, put this back and get. I am gonna guess a 12, or I think it's 11, I'm gonna guess 11 millimeter. Get you underneath here for a quick look-see. Hold on. Okay, right, you can see that or not. Okay, so there's the starter. There's a socket, which is a 14. You got 2 14 bolts. There's one there, and there's one 180 degrees from it up here on top. And then there's my little flashlight. And then right up there is, you can see that right there. Let's see. Oh, that's the other one that holds the starter on. Then you got these 2 here, which are different sizes. They hold the wires going to your starter. I'm going to take the starter off hoist, and then I'm going to undo those wires up there, I think. But I mean, pretty straightforward. Just take that bolt out, that bolt out. I can't tell what I'm looking at. Let's see. Yeah, that bolt out and that bolt out. And then the two up there that have your wires connected to them, and that's all there is to it. Your starter just pops right out. So I'll see if I can get you on a stand. Talking about an awkward position there. I'll see if I can get you put on a stand here and so you can watch as I do this. Can't guarantee anything, but hold on. Well, I'm just not able to get a good camera position under here, but the two mounting bolts that hold the starter on are 14 millimeter, and then the little that one there, that's a 10 millimeter, and the other one I believe is a 13 millimeter. I'll let you know for sure here when I get it out. I sprayed them down with a little bit of a liquid wrench here just to ease it up a little bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and just pull it on out, and I think I'll take that little wire off right now, and I'll just have one to take off when get lowered down a little bit. So shouldn't be too bad. I'll bring you back in here in just a second. Well, as typically happens when I do things don't go like they're supposed to, but nothing real major. But okay, so the starter sat up in there like this. So set up in there. I can get to stand on in or not. Hold on. Okay, so starter's sitting up in there, kind of, sort of, pretty much like that. You can see it. And the harness that comes down from the truck, this bottom nut, you don't need to mess with that. It ties in, I don't know what the hell it does. It's sitting down here, must be the ground. This one up here ties into the harness that comes down from the truck, which is this little pigtail. And this little pigtail bolts onto a little stud that is on right there. Yeah, that stud broke, which I guess is no big deal as long as I can get that nut off. I guess that's not a big deal. I'll just have to look at the one I get and make sure it works. This is a 10 millimeter, and these I got them off with a 14 millimeter 6-point. They're actually 13 millimeter, I believe. And once you get your two mounting bolts, this one and the one back below back there, it just pulls straight out. You might have to wiggle it a little bit, or if it's been in there a long time, might have to tap on it. Mine didn't take too much persuasion to come out of there, and it popped right out. So now I am going to head to the parts store and get me a brand new shiny starter for absolutely free, because I have the lifetime warranty. At least that's the way it's supposed to work. So I will be back in a little bit. Okay, and there you have it. That's one of the easiest repairs I've done in a while. There she is. If you can get the camera so you can see it here. I just can't see what I'm looking at. There it is. You have to unplug, well, you probably don't have to, but unplug your oxygen sensor. I need to zoom out a little bit. I can't. There's that little pigtail we were talking about. Got it crimped on good and tight. That one up there, you can see that. That's a 13 millimeter. The two mounting bolts that hold the starter on are 14 millimeter. So that's all there is to that. And then well, shoot, I was gonna try to start here, but I gotta hook the battery back up, so give me a couple minutes here. Be right back. Okay, we got her all hooked up, so let's give her a try, huh? See if the starter works any better than the old one. Sounds funny, that's for sure. But she works. Idle down. Come on, idle on down. I don't like it when you get a new starter like that. It always sounds different than the one you had before. Do this again. But I guess it works. So what can you do? All right. Well, shut her off here. And another job well done successfully at the Fox shop. So that's how you put a starter in. I wish I probably could have figured something out to get a camera underneath there, but I couldn't get that thing situated right because I had to get it basically up under the front axle to get a good view of it. But I think you get the general idea on it. So anyway, that is how you do it. So please like it, subscribe, comment, tell your friends, come back next time. We'll see ya, I don't know, a week, something like that. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to get videos up at least once a week. So anyway, don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye-bye.